What's up guys? It's been a while since I haven't made a video playing, but in this video I'm gonna be playing a tournament in North Holland, very close to where I live. I'm gonna be playing with Luke, who is a 5.1, but his rating does not do justice to his level. We're playing against two very good players, Guido, that is a 3.5, and Tim, who's a 2.9. Both of them very good tennis players as well, so it's gonna be a challenge. Now I did want to let you guys know our clothing is already on the way, so we have some prototypes ready and there's gonna be more coming soon. If you guys want to be eligible for the upcoming drops and you want to have a nice discount, make sure to register in our website padelable.com. This one has the Víbora in the back, but we're gonna be making a few more. So let us know in the comments also what you think we should do with our clothing, what shots you think should be there. We're making hoodies, sweatshirts and shirts, but we're looking forward to making every time more and more. Well, let's get into the match. This was a very tough match to play. The day was just beautiful, so we knew that the court was going to be warm, the ball was going to be warm, so smashing was really an option. But we have two very good tennis players against us, so we know that they're also going to be using that resource to their favor. Now, Tim is a guy that has a very good technique in general, but you can see that there's some shots where he just doesn't feel that comfortable. Where Guido, he also comes from tennis, but he's a paddle trainer, so he, has a little bit more of experience playing paddle. So I was trying to play a little bit more to Tim because he has a good bandeja, but Guido's is a lot more aggressive. So I was really trying to go for Tim's overheads, but it was really effective anyway for him to play his bandejas and his smashes from the back. So that wasn't really being that productive. Now you're gonna see that they tried to play a lot to my partner's backhand, and that's because that day he was having a little bit of trouble with the wall, and I feel that they really exploited that. Now the match was 2-2 after an amazing ball from Tim, which you can't see it here, but that ball went in. And we just needed to keep being aggressive and not lose the net, because it was happening that whoever was taking the net was usually taking the point, and I know that that's usually how paddle goes, but in this case, because of the weather and just the conditions and also the characteristics of the players, well, everybody was really trying to go to the net and take the most advantage out of it. Now, rallies were pretty fun. In the net, in the 2v2, it was very difficult to play against them because, again, tennis players have good volleys and overheads, so we really needed to take them back. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to play high lobs so that they moved back, and then I could go in, like in this ball right here. Now, they were also doing the same thing, so it was really challenging. I felt that my partner Luke was feeling really confident with his overheads that day, so most of the balls that went to the center easy, I was just letting him take them because he was playing very well. So why not let him finish those points since he's in the zone, and the day was just perfect to smash. This is a very long rally. This was a golden point, and it's very unfortunate because they end up taking it. This ball hits the fence, and they take it 4-3 for them. And it's difficult because nobody was taking any breaks. It was just whoever was serving was taking the net and being very aggressive. So we knew that we screwed up by losing that point there, but we needed to try to put pressure and take it back. Now, the match had a lot of golden points, and unfortunately we weren't able to take as many as them. Now, that usually is something that I hear a lot as an excuse, like, hey, we lost a lot of golden points, we could have won if we would have won the golden points. But I gotta say, it's usually a sign of strength when your opponent is taking the golden points. I hear a lot of people trying to justify, I lost because of the golden points. Well, if your opponent is winning in the golden points, it's probably because in those moments of pressure, they're playing better. So it's not really an excuse to say that we lost because of it, but we should have been a lot stronger in those golden points. Now here the match goes to a 5-4, and we need to break in that last possibility, but again, it was going to be a tough one. Set for them, it's 6-4, and now it's time to come back, be confident, not let it affect us. And that's something that I felt in this match with Luke. This is the first time that I played with him. He's a very good player, but I just felt that I am a person that is dealing with my head a lot, you know, like there's a storm going on in my head, and I really need a partner that's bringing me down, that's chilling me up, you know, and I feel that he is just like me, you know, he's very emotional, and you know, I really need somebody that's a little bit more positive in the court with me. And that's not because, you know, he's negative or anything, it's just that I need somebody to calm me down, and I feel that we were like both really, you know, dealing with ourselves, so we weren't able to support each other that much in the emotional aspect. Now we end up losing the first game of the second set. That happens a lot, that you go into the court and you lose that first game. That's just lack of concentration, 100%. Because if we would have just kept playing as we were, it was a little bit more difficult for them to take a break. And you know, it's not a coincidence that it happened just in the first game. Now here you can see we lose this point, and that's what I'm talking about when I say, you know, I need a partner that calms me down. Here, Luke, you know, you can see in his body language that he's not happy with that shot, and you know, I wasn't happy either. But that was a golden point, so it was very unfortunate, and I end up losing the ball, so I really understand his frustration. Now it's 2-0. We could have taken it back, but we didn't, and you know, now it's going to be even more difficult to go back to a golden point or back to a position where we can break. And you know, if you're in focus, you're a lot more likely to take those points. Now in this point, we go to a golden point in our serve, and if we lost it, it was going to be a 3-0. Good thing we take it and we make it a 2-1 match. And now it's time to break again. Now in this set, I believe there were like 3 or 4 golden points, and we just took that one. The rest were all for them, so you know, get ready to be disappointed because that wasn't our day. Now here again, Tim going back, playing good bandejas, and yeah, we can't give Guido balls that easy because he's just going to take advantage of them. 3-1 for them, and we knew that we had a difficult day in front of us. They were getting every time more confident, because when you feel that you're going to take the game, then you just start playing better. And that's exactly what started happening. Guido starts smashing more, and in this one we go again to a golden point. Here we have the possibility of taking it, and unfortunately we don't take it, and it's going to be 4-1 for them. Very difficult to come back from that. Now 5-1 for them. Here you can see that the camera has moved. I'm sorry for that, but I did not notice. I was too focused on the game, and yeah, the camera just moved to the side. 5-1 for them, and you know, we were really disappointed. We were still believing. I felt that we still had the energy to come back, but we knew that it was going to be so difficult to come back from this. We take the 5-2, and now we have to break twice. The energy was there. We just needed to make sure to keep ourselves focused, and if we had the chance to take it, but it was going to be obviously difficult playing against players this good. If we take the first point, it's 15-0 for us, or well, 0-15 since they're the ones serving. Here Luke plays a very nice lob, ball hits, you know, I think that was out now looking at it, but in the match we didn't really see it, it was going too quick. 30-0 for us. And here it's 40-0 for us. Break point. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because that really supports us. 40-0 for us. If we took this break, we still had a chance. We were just 1 point away. Now it goes from a 40-0 to a 40-40 golden point, and unfortunately they end up taking it. Now, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to register in padelable.com to get one of our upcoming streetwear designs. See you in the next one.